Okay. Okay. Yes. We should be live. Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's good to see you guys. Go ahead and collect your firsts and your taxes. Do all the pre-stream things, I guess. It's not really pre-stream if it's happening, like, right then. But, you know, whatever. That's fine. Okay. Let me copy the YouTube link and make sure that's posted in the Discord. Okay. Make sure it's published alongside that. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Nathan, congrats on grabbing first 30 times. GG's. And I think that's all I got to worry about. Okay. The YouTube stream, I have no clue about dual stream, if I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. I don't trust it. It has tanked my stats in its entirety because of the way it forces the setup, and I don't really appreciate that. So I may do away with that, but we'll see. We will see. Panda, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. 102 times. GG's there. What's up, KingRegNog? Hello, Spicy. Good to see you. Neither do I. I don't absolutely hate it, but I don't like the auto cropping. Like, that is almost a deal breaker for me, because anybody that's watching on mobile immediately has a worse experience than what they did before. You know, Twitch right out the gate added multi-canvas streaming, so I could have my own vertical feed. YouTube doesn't, and I don't know why that is, because it's not like a hard thing to add. It felt like they just added the feature because they knew everybody else was coming out with it and they didn't want to be the last ones, and they put out a half-baked product. That's how it feels, and I don't really love that. So I'm thinking about turning it off, but also at the same time I want to use it so that it gets better. So I don't know what I'm going to do about it yet, but we'll see. We will see. Let's see. I want to hide in a hole, but I'm here. Amen to that, Emmy. How's it going? Besides wanting to hide in a hole, welcome. Thank you for submitting your taxes 30 times total. GG's. And Nathan, thank you for submitting your taxes as well. They should allow a second canvas. I'm right there with you, dude. Right there with you. I don't mind them having the auto cropping feature as an option, but I don't love it as the default and only option. You know, by taking away your choice to have it, it really makes the vertical stream, for lack of a better word, it just makes it ugly and crappy. Which I don't really love. Alright, let's go ahead and recap what we're about to be doing here so you guys can kind of follow. And then we'll get into yapping. So, for any of you who haven't been here for eternity, this is the big build we're working on. And it is my Twitch SMP base. And so it was this big hole in the ground in the middle of the ocean with a big dome all over it. Inside of this dome, we have several layers to a steampunk city type of thing. It's more cyberpunk, I think, is what it leans more towards. But it's here. That's the thing. I think it looks pretty good. I think, anyway. And it's only going to continue to get better as we finish things up. Now, my hope is that we finish it this week. I don't know if we will. It's just, unfortunately, there's so much going on with this build, and there's not a lot of time to finish it. I did get word that the end of the world has been pushed back, so, we don't have to worry about it ending, you know, before I can finish, I don't think, because it's supposed to end sometime in January. But I don't know when the world download is going to be taken, so that does limit some things, but it doesn't limit everything. So what we're going to be doing today, though, just to kind of stop the ramble, is we need to build this building right here. So we need to add some lights, we need to add some copper, and then if we can get it all done, I'd like to go ahead and also do this building right here. It doesn't have to even be an insane building, honestly. It could be probably just like that tall, and it'll be enough. And it'll kind of add that packed vibe I wanted. And then this layer down here will be nice and easy, hopefully. I'm thinking we'll start with adding the glass, and then we'll go from there. Basically, for anyone who hasn't been informed, this spot right here, it is going to be like a foggy layer. So it's going to be super deep down, and then there will be like glass layers so that it creates this fog. And I haven't decided what color the fog is and how I want to do it all yet. But after that, if I have time, I'd like to add a couple of buildings poking up through the fog as well, so that it kind of adds to the overall vibe, hopefully. We'll see if we get there, though. We will see. All right. Caitlin, thank you for the tab. And thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. I have been playing Ready or Not VR mod instead of working on my Deadpool VR video. That's fair. Completely and totally fair. It's the season to feel low, but it's fine. We push through. Amen to that. Seasonal depression is real. It is real. Here, never seen you before. That's crazy. Extra time. Yeah. Purple. Purple would be a good color. But part of me is thinking either orange or cyan. Where's my zoom key? There we go. Orange or cyan. That way we can match one of the copper colors. I could even do it based on what buildings are around. I could do like a yellow stained glass near the light sources so that it looks more glowy, and then kind of base the colors around that. Maybe, I don't know though. We'll see. We'll see. Jorby, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. I have 6K channel points. I'm not saying the decimal. Oh boy. I think we all know. I think we all know. Dude, Deadpool VR may have been top 3 best VR games. That's really awesome. I heard that it was pretty good. I myself haven't played it. I haven't touched my VR in forever. I feel weird having it, but I feel weird selling it as well, because it's like, what if I did use it? Because I do have perfectly good use cases. It's just, I don't really want to stream with it until I get audio figured out better. I think if I got like a microphone to clip onto my shirt or something, that way everybody could still hear me if I turned this way, because otherwise the audio is not going to be great. I'm already talking louder so that you guys can hear me. Otherwise you won't be able to hear me very well at all. So having a better mic to clip on would be good. Otherwise I have to mess with all the audio settings again, using the built-in microphone that already doesn't seem to work at all for whatever reason. So we'll see. We will see. But I'd like to do some Minecraft videos in VR. I think it'd be really cool to go back and review some of my old builds in VR and see what that looks like, because they were big builds, and I feel like we don't really realize just how high up that is, even though it is like a solid, I mean, how tall is that? We're at 1. Up here is 69. Nice. So it's 68 blocks up from where we were over there. That's kind of big. Now, it doesn't seem that big at first, but then you like take into consideration the distance of everything. I feel like the world would feel a little different from a VR's perspective. So I'd really love to try that out sometime. We'll see. Seasonal depression loves to hit out of the blue. It feels like, yeah, I have a cool video idea, and I'm hyped to, I don't have any drive to even get out of bed. Yep. Yeah, that's, the unfortunate thing, especially around this time of year, too. It hits you like a truck, because 1 second you're like, man, I really love life. I can't wait for Christmas. Everybody's gonna be here. 2, everybody's gonna be here, and I don't feel like celebrating right now. And that makes me more angry at myself, because I don't like how I feel, but I don't have a choice. And it feeds on itself. It's an awful thing. But it's okay. It's not your fault. So try not to let it bother you too much. I know you, that's like easier said than done. So like don't try not to beat yourself up over any of that. Is it quest 2 or 3? 2. Quest 2. The quest 2 isn't bad. It wasn't my favorite thing in the world. I wish if it were cheaper, I so would have just bought like a Valve Index. But Valve Indexes are stupidly expensive, and I don't have the money for that, and didn't when I bought that one either. All right, I know I just joined, but I'm gonna start a Silk Song. Fair enough, dude. Go for it. Hello, Lily. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I go cry and build trees now. Fair enough. Good luck with the trees. And thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. We're gonna wait until the night finishes, or the night shows up so I can sleep, and then we'll build. Okay. Today I got nothing done. What are you building? I am working on the base again. And so we're actually gonna be working on this build right here. So I filled in all of the walls, but I need to actually decorate the walls with some of this stuff, which I just realized we may not need to really sleep technically, because I'm pretty sure we're almost out of copper if we aren't already, which isn't exactly true. No, we have copper. Okay, we don't have a bunch of waxed copper bulbs though, so we can fix that by waxing these. We'll keep the oxidized ones oxidized for now. I may utilize those a little later. We'll see. But I know we're not using any that are just slightly weathered. Had everything gone to plan, maybe we would have. But it just doesn't make sense at this point. Boop. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I got like nothing done today. We were out and about all day at the town that my doctor's appointment was at, and there was a lot of chaos around that. Yesterday they called me asking if I would move the appointment, and I was like, I really would prefer not to move the appointment away from today. We had like a bunch of bad weather, and so they were just trying to basically not have us come in, which was completely and totally fair. I get it. Especially considering it wasn't technically an essential visit. But my mom and I had already kind of planned to go get groceries, which we couldn't put off any longer. I needed to clear that waypoint. I'm sorry. So I asked them, like, hey, is there any way we could still come in? They're like, yeah, you could come in. Or you could do telehealth, you know, it's your call. Or we can reschedule you, but if we reschedule you in person, it's going to be till February. Like, well, I can't wait till February. I'm not waiting that long to have, especially with the answers I got, which I'll talk about in a minute. But essentially, they were just, they kind of really didn't want me to come in the first place, which is fair. Again, like, I get it. Nobody wants to come in this kind of weather. That all said, we went in, and as I was going there, they called me again, asking if I would come in even earlier, which is fine. Except I had already been on the way and we had already made our plan for the day. So we had to shuffle some things around and we were like, yeah, we can make it. Problem was, when I called back, they didn't answer at the number that I was told to call. So whoever called me was probably misinformed on procedure there. I don't know. We need to count this out. Find the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there's the middle. Yep. Okay. So basically, we go in early, like early this time, because they weren't calling us back and it was kind of a problem. Oh, I was at half a heart. Okay, let me get back up here. Wow. That creeper hit like a truck. So we go in and we're like, hey, you know, we never got a phone call back. I don't know if you guys even want us here yet, or if you want us to come back in 30 minutes, or if you want us to come back in an hour and a half. And they're like, yeah, well, let's talk. Let me see if I can get a hold of anybody. They were having a hard time getting a hold of anybody. And I don't know if it was just busy lines or what. But basically, you know, they call some people and they find out, yes, I can be taken back and they can see me right then. So that was great. That was wonderful. Only problem after that was the doctor that I was going to see wasn't in today. They had a different guy come in, which is fine. Because the doctor I have, he would have had to have driven like 3 hours to come here, and with the weather, he probably had no business being out, so it worked out pretty good for him, I would say. I needed mine. Anyway, all that said, this medical student comes in, and she works with that doctor a lot, so she already knows, like, a lot of his style. And so she comes in, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna help you today, blah, 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 blah. Sits down and shows me the report. The report comes back negative on everything. Every single thing we tested, which is fine. That's really good, actually, because that means, like, whatever I have. I thought there was diamonds up here. It must have been, like, light shining down on that. Hi, Nikita. Welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. It's actually a really good case scenario, because they were testing genetics and seeing if it was a connective tissue disorder inherited through genetics. The problem is that basically puts us back to, like, square one. Because if it's not that, then we still don't know what it is, because cardiology said they didn't know. Genetics say they don't know. So next stop is probably rheumatology and maybe cardiology part 2. We'll see. But all that happened. It was a lovely time. And at least she was very honest. The cardiologists, instead of saying they didn't know, they just said your heart sometimes just does that. Which, sure, that is an explanation of all time. It's just not quite an explanation that's like, you know, hey, we don't know. It was code for we don't know, but it wasn't them admitting that they don't know. Because I can accept that we don't know everything about the human body. It is a very complex system. Especially when you get into genetics and such. When we were going over it, she's like, yeah, we don't know all the genes that cause these things. We're finding out new things about different mutations all the time. And she's like, we'll have you come back in 2 years, probably. And, if we have any new tests for you, then we'll schedule you. Otherwise, we won't schedule another test, and, you know, you can just stay home. They're like, but new things like this come out all the time, and, you know, you never know if we find something it may apply to you. Otherwise, you know, just, just stay home and figure this out. They're like, your next steps would be physical therapy and rheumatologists, which is not exactly the answer I was hoping for, because obviously I'm ready for this all to be done. By dragging it on longer and longer and longer, it's just getting more exhausting. But it's also really good that it's not that, because that means it's not something I'm gonna like pass down to my kids and grandkids. You know, that's not something I want to really be a carrier of, ideally. But, you know, it does leave me still asking, like, hey, what in the world is this? I am out of space. The wood. I never know what to drop. Reg, no offense, but I think my internet connection hates you. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Nikita. Orange Panda, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's pretty much been my entire day. Then I went shopping with my parents. We picked up a whole bunch of stuff. I came back home. On the way home, we stopped to get pizza. And then I fell asleep at some point between that and getting home, and I don't remember when, but I was the guy holding the pizza, so it was like right on my lap. It was really warm, and I don't know if any of you have ever like held a cat, but like when a cat is asleep in your lap, sometimes like that's like really comfortable, because it's just like it's like a little weighted heated blanket. That's what pizza is like. And I fell asleep at some point in the middle of that. I don't remember when. And then I got here. And then I put away all the groceries and then ate. And now it was like 10 minutes before stream by the time I finally got up here to turn on at the computer. So I've got like nothing done. I apologize. I've been really slacking lately on work. You know, I haven't really made any extra progress outside of I haven't even really done any videos lately, but I am working on some ideas, hopefully soon, and they'll come out eventually. I know next week you'll have at least one video. I'm kind of hoping I'll have 2 ready. I have 2 ready, but I don't want to put both of those out if I don't have one ready for the week after that. So there may only be 1. I don't know. We'll see. I've got family coming in next week, though, so you'll get, like, a fun video at least, at minimum. Hello, Aaron Phillips. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Is the end near for the SMP? It is. It's at least within this month. We don't really know exactly when, but at least some point very soon. That is all I know, really. Not before January, but sometime at the beginning of that. So we'll see. We're almost done with the build, though, which is really nice. And I'm really hopeful that it turns out the way I was hoping it would. Sorry if my DM interrupted you. No, you're all good, dude. It didn't interrupt me. I was eating lunch at that point, so you're all good. Hi. Okay, let's break those, because that'll give me a little extra. What are you building? Hello, Oz. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I am building a cyberpunk-styled city in the middle of the ocean. So, I'll give you guys a bird's eye view here again. Basically, in the middle of the ocean, there is a hole, and that hole is covered with a dome, and I'm filling it in with skyscrapers and all that, and it looks really cool. We'll see if it ever gets done. Right now we're working on this building right here, just trying to get the details in. We filled in all the walls a couple days ago, and it's looking pretty okay. Unfortunately, with this building, I am going to have to detail just about every single one of these walls. The only one that gets the exception is this wall back here because of the cherry trees. But over here, you know, those all need filled in. That needs covered. So, like, I can't just, like, neglect it, sadly. Same thing with this building, kind of. A little less so on some faces, but others, you know, we'll see. We will see. That's sick. Thank you. I appreciate it. What server is this? This is called the Twitch SMP server. This is a content creator server that is ending very soon, but there will be a season 8. I myself will probably not participate. But if any of you are like content creators really wanting to get into creating on a multiplayer server, it's a great opportunity. I highly recommend it to people who are looking for a way to network with people, because this is like the place, I would say, when it comes to networking. I've met so many people who run various types of events. I've met so many people who are in different aspects of the Minecraft community, and it's really, really cool to be able to say that I know them and that I've played on a server with them, and if push comes to shove and I need something, I can always contact them and see if they can pull some strings, which is really awesome. I'm really, really thankful for the opportunity I've had. I mean, I hear shopping, a nap, and pizza. I mean, when you put it that way, yeah, it kind of does sound pretty good, doesn't it? It's only bad when the nap is during a drive. I wasn't driving, just to clarify. But my head was propped back. Oh, even just turning my head back, I could feel the muscles kind of yelp in pain. Just a little bit from turning my head back. But that's how I was positioned. I was like, oh, it's really bad. My mouth is super dry. It went live. I wanted to join and I had no internet for a solid 15 minutes. Dang. I'm just a bad... I'm a curse. I'm a curse. Don't worry about videos. They'll be there and we'll watch them whenever it takes. 2 days, 2 weeks, or 2 months. Well, it's been probably about 2 months. How long has it been since I made, like, the last, like, good video? This is, like, probably not a fair self-critique, but I'm gonna make it anyway. When was my last good video? Objectively speaking only. Content. The King SMP videos are cool, but they're good. They're just not, like, in my opinion, they're not, like, the bangers, where it's kind of like, whoa, that took effort to make. The 1K sub special, A Day in My Life, that was a good video, I guess. How to Get Happy Gas, that one was good. Those were in June and July. Man, I fell off. I'm coming back, I promise. There will be, I'll bring the milk, I promise. What do you mean it is near end of season? Yes. Can I join? Maybe. I'm not in charge of that. I'm not coming back next season. So I have absolutely zero hand in season 8. But if any of you are looking to join it, I would encourage you to keep an eye on the Twitch SMP Twitter page. That's where they'll announce all the cool things coming with season 8. But I wouldn't expect applications for that to open until probably February. Maybe even later than that. Probably later than that, actually. I lied. Oh my goodness. I almost died like 12 times there. Why not finish the job? Why? I didn't mean to toggle fly. Oh no. Well, at least like I I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. Did I get everything? It looks like it. I don't see anything else lying around. Okay. That was funny. All you can do is laugh sometimes, and that's one of those cases here, I think. Wow. All right. Yeah, let's do what I was trying to do anyway. So those go in here. Why are you not coming back? That is just due to personal preference. As much as I love the server and I love the opportunities it's given me and the people that play on it, it's not my preferred style of SMP. I like longer term SMPs, definitely. But I prefer them to be more building focused or also more, I guess, tight-knit, I guess. You know, I find with Twitch SMP, you get a mixed bag, which is like a really cool thing. But you're getting a lot of different play styles. You're getting a lot of different creators who don't necessarily know each other, which is a cool thing. It's a great opportunity, like I said, to network. But if you're going in not knowing absolutely anybody, it gets a little hard to get to know people. And I made the mistake of settling away from everybody, so there's nobody. I mean, I can show you guys on the map. So this is me right here, right? The nearest base is, I think, right here. This person isn't playing anymore, though. They stopped at some point. So outside of that, it would be right here. That's Ash's base. Or no, that's Ash's base. They're both Ash's base, I think. And then there's Ryan. So, you know, like, I'm a couple thousand blocks away from everybody, which is not the worst thing in the world. Okay, that was my toggle death, and okay, we're good. So it's not like I said, it's not terrible, but it is definitely a portion of it is just I didn't really it didn't fulfill that social aspect that I was hoping for, which is fine. And then the other thing is just I have a lot of opportunities that I'd like to pursue. And Twitch SMP, from a business standpoint, isn't the right move. You know, my attachment to the SMP, just purely from a personal aspect, that is not correct. I need to break those. That's not waxed. From a personal standpoint, love it, would totally come back again. From a business standpoint, in terms of, like, I want to make videos and do different types of streams, it's not a great opportunity for me. The content here doesn't necessarily create itself. On other servers, it does, to some degree. Now, I know this season was sort of a anomaly in a lot of regards. Other seasons in the past have had a lot more collaborative energy, and they've been, they had a lot more interactive of a shopping district and mini game areas and all that. This season, unfortunately, didn't have a ton of that, which probably contributed to a lot of my personal takeaways. Like I said, though, everybody here is great. There's no ill will towards anybody, just to, like, hammer that in. Nobody did anything wrong. I just found that, you know, personally, my play style and my plans for the future really don't include Twitch SMP in that perfect vision. And that's something I'm okay with. But that should not influence anybody joining or not joining. Ultimately, if it's something that you thought looked cool before me, it's just gonna be cooler without me. Trust me. Definitely trust me there. I want to be a content creator. Do it. You should apply, Nathan. Hey, Caitlin. I was gonna say, Nathan, can I join? Why are you not coming back? My Discord was disabled due to suspicious activity. No. That's so unfortunate. I got it fixed though. Hi, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you doing, Sheep? It's good to see you. I'm pretty tired. I woke up early today. I woke up earlier than I even wanted to. I woke up... I say early. It was early for me. It was 2 a.m. Or 2 a.m. I went to bed at 2 a.m. Sorry. I woke up early for me at 9:30 a.m. So 7 hours of sleep, but I didn't really sleep all that time. I woke up at a different time. And then I went back to bed because I woke up in the middle of the night. Anyway, that all said, I woke up, went to bed, woke up, went to bed, and then I was trying to wake up at 10 so that I could get up and shovel snow. And also I needed to call the doctors today to confirm that I was gonna show up, and that was its own mess, like I said. Doctors are... it's my Discord status right now. Doctors are the bane of my existence. Like, I don't know what it is, but I seem to have, like, the most issues with them. And maybe it's not just me, but it feels like it's just me. Oh. Did you guys hear that? I'm hearing things. Okay. What do we want to do here? So that, I'm kind of thinking can be left. Oh, it's raining. I see. That can be left plain right there. Over here, though, I think we need to do, like, a sign of some sort. I don't know what I want it to look like, though. What if we... I don't know what to do yet. Hang on. I'm thinking. Let's look at up here. What did I do up here? I really like incorporating this onto it, but the problem is I only did that on faces that required it, not... Which I guess I could do something to this. I could break it up into sections. So maybe we just continue that across. And then we do that up here as we change that. I don't know. Well, let's try that. Let's try that. But... Okay. Did that froghead guy get back to you about the secret plan? I don't think so. No. Watson, I haven't heard from them at all. But I did hear about the end of the world. And it sounds like I've got some people who would be interested in at least hanging out with me during it. So we'll see. From my understanding, it's going to be like really chaotic, which I'm a little concerned about because you guys know me. I'm not like I'm not a super chaotic guy in general. When I am, it's usually in the best way possible. But I do want to try to be there. It's just, unfortunately, if it lands on a day that I can't be there, then I just won't. We'll see. We'll see. Do I want the top to be that, or do I want the bottom? I know I want the bulk of the build to still be in Deep Slate. I just know I need to change out something here. I think it would make the most sense to do this layer here as that then. Okay. What blocks do I have to utilize here? So we've got different types of woods, which aren't the worst. I could use pale oak. I got concrete. I got plenty of sandstone as well. Or tough. Just try doctors here in the UK. I hear your guys' wait list is somehow worse. Which is kind of crazy to me. I mean, our wait list isn't terrible, all things considered. Like, genuinely, I find that I can get in. But they're very... It depends on what you're trying to get into. For example, genetics, you're gonna be waiting a while. It seems like we don't have enough of them, I guess, as a whole. Across the entire world, possibly, even. And we... Outside of that, it's pretty okay. There are some other specialists that can be kind of hard to see, or they're very elusive, especially for adults. Which is the kind of doctors I see. I'm old. Did I say I was doing the bottom or the top? I think I said I was doing the bottom. Let's fly up to the top. And then I can do that. Okay. Forgets Discord. In fact, you realize it from that. It's the only Discord I'm on where someone constantly screams for it. Wait, you can just ask for that? I never tried. I've missed out. I know. I've never tried it. Mostly because I'm too scared to. Like, I don't want people to know I want attention. I want them to give it to me. But not ever say, like, I could tell you needed the attention. So then it just makes me feel bad. And I don't want people to feel bad. Or I don't want to feel bad, and I don't want people to feel bad for me. So I don't... It literally never works, but I'm still trying. You know, they'll never break your spirit. I should really light up the inside of these builds, but I won't. Why would I ever do that? That's a dumb idea. Lighting up builds, never gonna happen. Call you Reg. I don't think I should take the call right now. I need to focus up and build. Where are you? Ah, hello. Goodbye. Maybe. Can you? Okay. How far down do we gotta go? Not too far, okay. Trying to think, what did I do yesterday? Yesterday I just chilled. And then the day before that, I woke up. Okay, guys. So imagine it's Saturday, right? Or no, it's Friday. You know you gotta go somewhere. So you crawl in the bed and you're gonna give yourself like 5 hours to sleep, okay? That's like not great, but that's reasonable enough. You get in bed, you try to sleep. You toss and you turn, you toss and you turn, and you just can't fall asleep. Your skin starts to crawl and you feel like you just feel icky. You can't get comfortable, and quite frankly, you want to commit acts of terror. Minutes turn into hours, hours turns into a couple of hours, and before you know it, you've slept only 1 hour. But unfortunately, that was all tucked at the end, and you didn't wake up at all. So you wake up to your alarm at the end of the hour. Now, you go downstairs because nobody told you when you're leaving. It turns out you were supposed to leave an hour after you woke up, so you woke up a little early, but it's like, okay, it's fine, you know? Slight mistake, slight over-calculation on your behalf, but it's okay. You'll make it through. So you get up, you go downstairs, you eat something small, you drink some water, you wait some more, and then the people come out. And they tell you, I don't think we should go. So you slept. You fell asleep for 1 whole hour. You probably could have slept for a little bit longer. But you woke up for nothing. I mean, you did try. You really did try. But you slept for nothing at the end of the day. You woke up for nothing. And you go back to bed and you sleep the rest of the day away because it's like 2 p.m. by the time you wake up again. And yeah, that was the extent of my Saturday, Friday, Friday night, Saturday, all day, I guess. Not the greatest of times, but still hasn't been the worst of times either. That in conjunction with today may have not been a great experience, but, you know, we make it through. I will live. At the end of the day, if nothing else, I will. And that's all I can really wish for, I suppose. I need to cook. Do I have a box? Do I still have the box for the furnaces? Are they over here? Yeah. Let's do just 2 furnaces straight up. Boop. Boop. Okay. Tax, submitting tax part 12. I think 21. According to the bot. Hello, Tack. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well, dude. Rug, are you okay? I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there. Are you? I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Tack? What if you're deaf and I talk to myself and I wouldn't hear Reg anymore? I found someone to give me attention. We good. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, sheep. What's the enchantment that makes you go faster on ice? I don't think there's an enchantment that makes you go faster on ice. There's one that makes you faster on soul sand, which would be soul speed. And then there's one that turns the water into ice, which would be Frostwalker. As far as I'm aware, there's not any that make you faster on ice, though. Good. How are you? I'm okay. Had a long day today, but I'm chill. We're still doing things, and that's all that matters, I think. We're also, like, getting really close to finishing the build, which is really hype. Okay. So yeah, once we fill that in, we'll put some sort of thing on it. We gotta do something up there as well. And then we gotta do the sides, which I think... quite honestly, we'll probably just do more of this sort of thing. Or maybe even more so that sort of thing with the colors. Maybe we do green. Green would look good. I don't have any lime concrete yet, but we can make some. But putting that in the side, maybe we do red, yellow, and green, so it's kind of like, I don't know. That would look interesting. Bear back sounds good. Okay. Yeah. I'm mostly stalling for this, if I'm 100% real. If you guys couldn't tell, that's what that was about. I just needed the sandstone to stop smelting. Yay. Oh. Okay, put those away, and then sandstone goes in here. I'll wait for those to finish cooking, because I hate wasting things. Okay, let's figure out what kind of logo we're putting up here. According to what I did over here, as long as it's outlined in the deep slate tiles, it'll be okay. So I'm thinking we'll do like a big deep slate tile outline border thing. So we'll go up. Speaking of up, I was at Walmart today, and K-pop Demon Hunters, Golden, was on. It threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting to hear it at Walmart, of all places, and there it was. Okay, we need to go down. I don't know, something like that? Sure. Hi, gotta go. See you later. Alright, see ya, TJ. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it, dude. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Up. Okay, is that even? It is. Wow, okay. First try. And then we just gotta dig down. Those. Alright, we'll fill that in with some copper. I don't think I have enough, but that's okay. I think we essentially want to start from the top. Just makes the most sense. But up.
Hello there.
Dang it. New to your stuff, but the vibes are chill here. Nice content, dude. I appreciate that, Amy. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for follow. We have a K-pop Demon Hunters fan. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a fan. I don't think it's bad, though. What is it? I wouldn't even call it cringy, I don't think. But I didn't hate it. I ended up watching it, I think, a total of 3 times. I watched it once because I didn't like it, and I was confused why everyone liked it. And then I watched it again, and I actually liked it. And then I watched it one more time with my brother, because I knew he wasn't going to watch it on his own. And I was like, he'd probably enjoy this. So I sat there and watched the movie for a third time with him. That's so far the only amount of times I've seen it. Which is more than the people that I know like it have seen it. Because, like, a couple of my friends, they were begging me to watch it. And I think I've seen it more than them now. So, you know, take it for what you will. I wouldn't call myself a fan. But, I wouldn't call myself a hater either. Chillier than the frozen food aisle in Walmart. I bet he was on his phone the whole time. He actually wasn't. I was very, very impressed that he stayed off his phone. Although during ad breaks and stuff, I've noticed he's back on his phone. He really actually has started to enjoy ad breaks on TV. Because it means that he has time to use his phone and go grab things from the kitchen. Which is so funny to me because that's how we used to use commercial breaks on, like, cable and antenna and all those things, you know? And satellite, I suppose that's another term. But that's how we used to utilize those commercial breaks, and seeing it come full circle, it's very interesting. I remember I was there all those years ago. Thank you for spending your taxes, Admiral. The good old days, yeah. Good old days. I haven't watched it, and people keep screaming I should. So I'll wait till people forget about it and then watch it in peace, or forget about it. That's completely and totally fair. Realistically, I'll probably forget. Yeah, that's fair. I wasn't going to give in to peer pressure and watch it, but with me being as online as I am, I didn't want to miss out on content opportunities if I could think of something, and I actually did think of a really cool idea. But I'm really too busy to probably actually execute that idea. But I think it would do really well if I could do it. So I'm still planning on it, but I don't know if it'll happen or not. Yeah, Admiral, where you been? Ask your mom. That's a lot. That might be one of the better responses I've seen to your mom joke. Thanks for that mental image, Nathan. Thank you. Thank you for that. Also ads, apparently. W. We love the ads. Oh, also I have a mace now. I forgot. We got that last time we played. Thanks to Tactical Slime for sponsoring that. I need to get back up there and see if I can place these. Although I don't think I have enough. We may need to, like, really consider getting more lantern bulb thingies. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be mid. Up. You know, I just realized that doesn't go all the way up to the top. Oh, no. We may need to reduce the amount we're using. Okay. What I'll do is I'll raise it up by that much, which will help. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. 3. Alright. I don't know how this is gonna look. You're gonna have to forgive me if it looks absolutely abysmal. But we're trying. And that's all that matters. That looks like garbage. I really thought I was cooking there. I'm not I'm not gonna lie. Okay. You know, I'm gonna leave it though, because I don't think it matters, in all honesty. And I'd respond to that also adds a parent experience and free gaming. On a more serious note, how's target practice going? Target practice? I know exactly what you're talking about, Nathan, and I think that's the funniest thing ever. Especially considering he has no clue what you're talking about. Okay, we need to do the top. I don't know what to do for the top. What did I miss? The toilet. Well, not the toilet. You missed the... You missed the right spot for you to be in the toilet. That's what you missed. Anyway. I think I got an idea. Like, what is that voice crack? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go up. And then I got an idea. Let's come right here. What if we we gotta do something here. Let's do like one right there. 1, 2. Right here. Okay? Now, watch this. Okay? It's like something Dad did, to be honest. You know, everybody will blame everybody else, and I'm sure it's probably everybody contributing to it, if I'm not completely and totally crazy. Oh, what? Huh? There we go. I guess. I think this works? I don't know. No. No, I don't like that. I can't see. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I can't get out. Okay. I don't... Alright. Let's try this again. I may be a urinal crapper, but I ain't no rim urinator. I don't know if I believe you. And I really hope I don't believe you on either of those fronts, to be entirely honest. But I don't know if I have a choice to believe you on the first. This conversation is really something. Yeah. What more could you want than to talk about toilets? Desperate. I don't know if there's ever a time that's desperate enough for that. I feel like the sink is a more appropriate place than a urinal. Ow. Did work out though. What? Okay. Do the same thing on this side. And then we should do like a circle on the top. Yeah. Yeah. One. What? I don't think I spoke any fallacies whatsoever. I don't know why. Let me out. Close the door. Okay. Go. Liberty, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Gotta sleep. I don't really know how I feel about this build. Like, in all honesty, I feel like I am slipping. My building skills are, like, dwindling. And maybe I'm washed up. Maybe it's time to hang up the crown, you know? This is starting to kind of look a little garbage, but maybe I can fix it. Maybe I can fix it. I don't know. Do you play Fortnite? No. No, I do not. I used to back on like mobile. I was a demon on that game, dude. I would win maybe not 50% of matches on Fortnite mobile, but it was definitely 25%. Especially when it was me and my brother. We could just win all the time. That's just how we would hang out though, is him and I would play Fortnite on our devices, and then I would still play Minecraft every day as well, but him and I would play on the couch. We'd play Fortnite. Been a long time since those days. I miss being able to play couch co-op with people, dude. We didn't play Fortnite couch co-op, but my point mostly just stands. I miss being able to like play games with people. And then be right next to you. So as it is right now, you know, we're moving to a more online presence, and that's okay. It just sucks because I would really prefer to have the ability to play with my friends when they're here too. And there's not a lot of games that optimize for that. I don't know if I could do co-op or not for Omnia. I feel like that would probably be a nightmare to try to figure out, but I would try to give it a shot. You know what? I'd be willing to try. But the problem is that game, it would require 2 different mic inputs, and I don't know how that would work. I don't know. I will think about that a little bit. That's definitely a much later sort of feature. But I'm not against it because if you're gonna complain about something, you should always offer alternatives. So, I want to follow my rule of complaints and actually try to be the change that you want to see. And I guess that means finding a way to add co-op to my game so that I can prove to other companies that they should be adding it to theirs as well. Does that look better? Going all the way up? Yeah, okay. Oh. Out of blocks. Okay. Up, 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 up. Take that. Take those. Oh, those. And then I think just take it back over here. Okay. It's been like over 2 weeks since I've worked on Omnia, by the way. Just in case anybody's been like, hey, how's that been coming along? No, last time I shared an update, was 2 weeks ago, and I know that was the last time I did anything with it. I've been having a hard time lately, doing much of anything. Which has been a task in and of itself. You know, I really want to get videos done, but that's been... I won't even make excuses for that one. I don't know if I could chalk it up entirely to laziness, but to some degree I think it probably is that. Or maybe more so, decision paralysis. I get that really bad. Where, you know, when there's a list of decisions, I forget half of them, and the other half scare me too much to commit to fully, so it just ends up being that I don't decide until it's, like, really, really late, and I'm up till really, really late working on that thing because I waited too long to choose. It's something I need to get better about. That all said, that's been a problem, and because I'm such a baby and I'm like, man, videos need to be #1 priority, they need to come first, I've not worked on anything else because the videos aren't happening. So I sit here instead. That's what I've been doing a lot of lately. Whoop. Okay. Okay, that should look so much better now. I'm going all... Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. That works. That works. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't, like, absolutely despise it, and it's something that's done. That is the front portion of the building done. After turned, welcome back, Admiral. Okay, we need to do the side here. What have I done in terms of decorations? I have these, like, thingies right here. I could try to use those. I could try to do something like this. Uh, Raymond, thank you for the bit. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Not sure how to respond to that. I really have no idea how I'm gonna respond to that. So just like give me a minute to think. No homo, of course no homo. Let's see. I said ramen. Probably ramen. I don't know. I could be wrong. Knowing the internet, it's probably more likely ramen, but anyway, let's see. We need to do something here. That's all I know right now. Let's try the thingy with the copper. You know, the thing. Okay, we'll do 3. Yeah, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 divided by 3 does not divide evenly. Uh-oh. Well, we could do 5. No, we can't do 5. So I guess that'd be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an even number. So what if we move them over 1? I mean, that's always going to be an even number. So actually, let's move those back. Can I sleep? Oh, wait. The bed's up here. It's up here. Sleep. There's monsters nearby. Of course there are. Okay. Man, I'm tired. I can't like really wrap up until the bulk of this building is done though. Just because I don't have the time. The luxury. I need to think about this a little bit more. Don't swing that way. Sorry, don't worry. I walk into those push-pull doors all the time. You're like so real. Oh my goodness. Go like that, yeah. I don't have enough blocks. I suppose we should make one more. Doesn't even look good. Yeah, that's as good as it gets, I guess. I don't know. Sure. Wow. What? Stutters. I don't have a stutter. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's like really bad today. It doesn't make sense. I'm usually like, I didn't have a stutter growing up. I should clarify there. I didn't have one growing up. I may have just like developed one out of nowhere, but it is It gets really bad sometimes. I don't know why. Your voice sounds super cute. Don't worry, bro. I appreciate it. I have been told that a couple of times, actually. I hate when I'm exiting a building and it's one of those long horizontal bars and I pull it profusely when it's a push door. Yeah. I don't know why they would do that, because it's like, I don't know. Well, I don't know. The horizontal bars, I could see it going either way is the problem. It really just needs like one of those really big signs on there, and ideally it glows. Just so you don't miss that it's a push or a pull door. Looks like a pull door low-key. That's fair. I mean, especially if you're looking at it from a certain angle, like, you know, the hinges and everything, they're on a side that you wouldn't expect them to be on, and silly things that make me confused all the time. That's funny. Thank you for the bits, by the way. Appreciate it. I probably got a hidden camera and a YouTube compilation of y'all. Oh, I'm sure. I really am looking for it. There's a video somewhere. I don't know who has it. I don't know what platform, but I'm sure I'm in it. Of Chicken Jockey. In the theater I watched it on, somebody had their phone out, and I know because the flashlight turned on, and they were really loud right behind us, and I looked back, and I didn't look exactly the happiest when I saw the light come on, because I knew what was about to happen, and I didn't know how rowdy they were gonna get, because this was after people had thrown, you know, actual, full-on, chickens. Not live chickens, but, you know, like, the raw chicken. And they've threw on some of them lit off fireworks, yeah. So like I wasn't sure how bad it was gonna get, and I was ready to throw hands. So like there's like a video somewhere out there of me, probably, at a movie theater, and I look behind me with like this dead look on my eyes, like, you're gonna really make this a problem, aren't we? Thankfully they just yelled. I think there may have been like a little popcorn they threw, but like it wasn't much of any. And we were fine. But I looked everywhere for that video that night because I was sure they were gonna post it immediately, but they didn't. And every once in a while I go back to look for it, but I've not seen anybody post it, so I don't know. How did they get in the theater with chicken? I don't know. Let's see, it would have been April. In some areas it was cold enough that you may have been wearing a coat because of some really bad weather at that point. So I mean, if you're wearing it under that, I've snuck 2-liter bottles of soda into a theater under my coat, so like it's not that unreasonable, I suppose. Put it in your ear. That is an option too. that is an option too. Somebody did sneak in a real chicken. I know that was a thing. They didn't throw it as far as I'm aware, like a live chicken. And then, what other things did people throw or do? I don't know. The fireworks is the craziest one. And I mean, that wasn't like everywhere, but it was a thing. Everyone asks, just exercising your glutes. 2-liter bottle of vodka, you say? Yeah. That's mm-hmm. What more could you want watching any sort of movie? I think a 2-liter bottle of vodka to watch the Minecraft movie sounds like a fantastic idea. I think more than likely, actually, I don't remember what soda was it. It was for the Mario movie. I remember distinctly. We snuck in a bunch of stuff for the Mario movie. I seem to remember us sneaking in M&Ms. We snuck in a bottle of Coke, like a big bottle of Coke. We snuck in, I think, even plates. Maybe. Like, you gotta watch out when we roll up to the movie theater. We don't do none of that nonsense where it's like, ah, yeah, we're gonna buy everybody some candy. Everybody's getting their own bowl of popcorn. Everybody's getting their own drink. No. We go in and we get out as cheap as humanly possible. We still buy popcorn because we know that's where they make their money. But we don't buy like a big bucket of popcorn for everybody. We distribute that amongst us because there's too many of us to buy a lot of popcorn like that. Hello, Oink, or is it Ink? I forget. But it's going well. How are you doing? Nah, my theater has too many stairs for that. You know, that could challenge that could create some issues. That could create some issues. I don't think I've ever been to a theater that has stairs. I mean, ours does. But usually, well, no, I guess in the actual at the actual screens themselves they do. But before that, it's otherwise just ramp. I haven't done like anything. I feel so awful. Okay, we did that. That's good. Maybe we do like a band around the top. Just kind of give it like a little cap of some sort. So we need more copper. Oop, nope. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how late we're gonna go today, by the way. Just, I know it's not gonna be super late, because like I said earlier, I am exhausted. I almost fell asleep in the waiting room at the doctor appointment. Because I wasn't sure how long they were gonna have us wait, because they said that it would be, they were gonna see if they could work us in. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just kick back for a minute and relax. And I actually almost fell asleep. But it was nice. I don't usually fall asleep in front of other people, though. Like, I'm very careful about that. Like, on an airplane, I hate sleeping there. Although, I feel like it's justified on an airplane because you don't want to miss your snacks and drink opportunity. And also, I know how other people look at you on the airplane when you're asleep. Because I remember I looked at other people this way too, so it's not like I'm, like, I'm not making it up. I know I do it and I know other people do it. I was on an airplane flight and this guy next to me had fallen asleep, and he was a dad, and his daughters were on the row next to us, and they kept looking over and making fun of him, and I kind of made fun of him too, because he poor guy, his mouth was like wide open, and I felt bad for him, because like I knew his neck was gonna be so sore. But the funny thing was he had like one of those neck pillows, but he had it on his thigh. He didn't put it on his neck, and I'm like, dude, no, dude, oh. I ended up accidentally kicking him just a little bit so that he wouldn't like absolutely destroy his neck. When we hit some turbulence, I let my like leg just kind of fly over just a little bit. It hit his, and he jolted awake. You know how dads do that, where like the slightest disturbance to his sleep is like life or death. All of a sudden, it's like like that's what happened. I was like, hey man, you passed out. You should put on your neck pillow, your travel pillow. And he's like, oh. Like, yeah, I probably should. Like, thanks. Like, no problem. Like, I guess it's a good thing the turbulence woke me up. I'm like, yeah, it was really good that the turbulence woke you up. It may have woken him up, but I made sure he woke up as well. Family's different. Oh, family will 100% make fun of you. Any attendant who doesn't wake me up is an immediate op. True. Once you nosy to sleep, other people are way more interesting. That's fair. I'm similar. When I was on another flight that trip, I was sat there, and I don't remember what I turned on. It was something that I had missed. And I was like, oh, I should probably watch this to catch up. And I don't even remember what it was. Oh, no. I don't remember. But I remember there was a kid behind me. And I knew he was looking over our shoulders. So whatever I was watching, I didn't feel like was like super appropriate for that kid to watch. Like he was probably like 7 years old. I was like, I probably shouldn't have this on, just because I'd feel weird if I let my kid watch that, and this kid is obviously looking in on what everybody else is watching. So I ended up turning it off and just listening to music. Well, while I'm doing that, I look over to the guy sitting next to me. I'm in the middle. The guy sitting next to me is watching South Park, and that kid's eyes was glued to his screen, and I'm like, oh no. It was like probably the worst episode visually as well for this kid, and I'm just like, I tried to be the hero that kid needed in that moment, but there was no saving him from that. I didn't know the guy. But then I started watching too, and man, whatever the plot was, it was actually hilarious. Because I could understand it just due to a little bit of the visual aspect of it. They were making fun of video games especially, which is why I found it so hilarious. Specifically like RPG games, and I was like, yeah, no, this MMORPGs are 100% like this, and it was really funny, the stereotypes that they painted, but that kid, he probably saw things, and I'm not. Yup. It was something. It was something. I don't like that. We'll do that. Sniff, sniff. It smells like cheese and onions in here. That's crazy. My son is calling for me. See ya later. See ya, Admiral. Kindness is new punk rock. KingRegNog thought to himself. Accidentally kicking sounds fun. It was a ton of fun. Yep. I thought it was fun anyway. Admiral's here. That's why. Cheese and onions. That's definitely him. Never mind. He's here now. He is here. I like punk rock though. Fair enough. Oh. I like music. I don't know if I have a favorite genre right now. Like this very second, really have been loving Linkin Park again. I can't seem to get enough. The bummer, it's a lot more difficult to enjoy when you can't just like actually properly do the screams because people next door will get concerned. But some banger music right there. Really good stuff. Admiral's here, that's fine. Never mind. Here now. Now trying to see if listening to your stream is going to help me focus. This is probably not going to work. It's alright. Hopefully you can focus, Panda. I know focus is hard to come by right now. At least for me and a lot of my friends. So, if I can help at all, hopefully I do, I guess. I don't know how to end that phrase. There we go. I think that's good. I don't know. Yeah, that's good enough. It's fine. Okay, we need to do this bit here. Need to do the whisper screams. This is how that's how I think. I do. It's fun because you can actually. I find that I get a lot more of a proper gravel in my voice doing that. Or the breathing in ones. Yes, those are fun too. Especially when I'm like, if I'm doing guitar at all, because I don't play very loud. I can't scream very loud to, otherwise, the music just won't sound right. So I usually whisper it. Now in the car, I have done it, and I almost lost my voice doing it last time. I took my brother to work, and as I was driving back, I don't know if it was Casualty or I Give You Everything I Have came on from the new From Zero album. And those are very screamy, heavy songs. And I went for it. And that was a good time. That was a really good time. And I got home and I was like, man, maybe I overdid that. I think I overdid it just a little bit. Because I had that, and then I also had Given Up also on there. And those two combined, or those three maybe even, definitely put a little more strain on there than what I thought it would. So that's only 3. This one goes back farther. I see. That is not a mistake. That is not a bug. That is a feature. Now, is it as wide? 1, 2. I don't think it is. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it is. I think this one will go all the way up. People say you're doing it wrong and hurting your voice, but I think it's only right to lose your voice when you're enjoying music. I kind of agree. They definitely will tell you that you're doing it wrong. And maybe I am to some degree, but also I found that that's the only way I actually I train my vocal cords. I lost my voice so many times when I first started streaming. Because I just talked too long and I did it quote unquote wrong. I wasn't doing the proper breathing so that I would talk with my diaphragm or anything like that. So that messed with it a little bit, and ultimately when you start vocal grinding, like saying hello internet, you know, things like that, you know, that really starts to grind your vocal cords a little bit. But just like any muscle in your body, you gotta train it a little bit. Now I can, like, I don't think I could do a whole stream vocal grinding, but I could probably do a good portion of it. Just absolutely grinding my vocals the entire time. Like, it wouldn't be like the most fun thing in the world, I don't think, by the end of it. Imagine Pie in that voice. Good morning. Like, I don't know how to feel about it. I think it would be great. We need Pie doing vocal grinds. I think that sounds lovely. Not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Not a doctor, this is medical advice. Everybody should do exactly what I'm saying. No, thank you. I don't know what you mean. This sounds like a great idea. We should also put Pie on sulfur hexafluoride, which is just helium. Hello, but in reverse. Hello. How's it going, Slime?
It going? It's pretty good. How's stream so far?
It's been pretty good. We've gotten like so much done.
Nice.
I'm lying.
I don't know how much you're caught up with Twitch SMP, like chat in the Discord, but Ryan's blue axolotl is missing, and I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
I have seen that. I don't know anything about it. When I was at his base considering stealing stuff, I don't recall seeing the axolotl. So it may have been before that, which was like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, somewhere around then. I could double check the VOD to see, but I didn't see it then, I don't think.
Okay, the two of us are highly suspecting it's either been stolen or killed, because in the sanctuary that keeps it, it's physically impossible for it to die.
Yeah.
Unless somebody else does it.
Yeah, I don't... That's the weird thing. I would think somebody, if they stole it, they would have like a scavenger hunt, unless they're just that kind of kleptomaniac. But
that's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Whoever it is.
I don't know. It's definitely not me. I can tell you that. If you want, you can like check my chests, but like.
No, I believe you.
Yeah. No, I only steal copper. That's all I'm after.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I'll leave you to it. I won't distract you too much like last time. But yeah, I hope you have a great stream, and I hope the building goes well.
All right, I appreciate it. If you need help tracking down anything, let me know, and I'll take a look as well.
Of course, I'll let you know. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
I'm ran out of blocks.
There goes my hero. Copper theft is quite lucrative, even in the real world. It is. It really is. I remember Where was it? My church does a lot of mission projects, and I seem to recall, I think it was Haiti. We had sent like a whole team over, and they built wells and, you know, had plumbing and all that put in. A lot of the gangs and different groups that live there went pretty much as soon as we were gone and dug up the copper and sold it because it was more valuable for them to have the money right then than it was to have water for, 30, 40 years. Now, in that specific area, it's a little different because, it wasn't a matter of if somebody was going to probably steal the copper, it was a matter of when. But, and I suppose if you're not going to be able to make it a full use of your plumbing, you might as well make use of the fact that you don't have, might as well make use of the fact that there's free money waiting for you right there if you just use, the infinite money glitch known as stealing, I suppose. I think these look pretty good right here, so. Sorry, I need the money, okay. I only steal copper, I promise. I say that, I kind of lied, like, right through my teeth. I totally stole more than copper. Now, I didn't steal an axolotl. Although I do think I have an axolotl, but I don't think it's blue. But I did steal blaze rods from somebody. I think that was only from Kit, though. I only have actually, I think, stolen from Kit. I don't really feel comfortable enough with everybody else to steal from them. I'd feel bad. Like, I'd feel really guilty. So I just don't. I'm trying to think, did I steal from anybody else? I surely stole from somebody. But I can't recall. We need to go up. I got blue on Elfie's server, was gonna call it Bonnie, but wasn't sure how that would go down. Is blue a special one? Yeah. Do I have an excellent model? Maybe I don't. I thought I did. Is it in here? I only got pufferfish. Did I put it in the museum, perhaps? Ah. It's not the ultra rare one, I don't think, but that it scared me for a second when I saw it. I was like, did I steal this? I don't recall stealing it. Rarest item / thing in the game. Yeah. Yeah, actually that does track. Also, his axolotl would have had a name, so no, I definitely didn't steal it. I definitely did not steal it then. I was like, wait a minute. Maybe I did and I forgot to leave a sign because I got distracted. Because I remember I did put... I pufferfished Ryan like 7 months ago, I think. But that would have been like I remember he logged on the day that it happened, and it's like, hey, who pufferfished me with a pufferfish named Beans, or something like that. Literally had an ultra rare one too. Ugh, these thieves. I know, it's crazy. Everybody's stealing from me, man. What was I doing? Copper. That's what I came here for. I knew that. I didn't know that. 0.083% chance of getting it when breeding. 1 in 1,200. That is insane. Bless you. Thank you. Appreciate it, slime. Oh. Well, that's down there. Ow. You little jerk. How do I fix that? Right there? Yeah. My single player world, I breed axolotl around 2,300, 2,400 times. That is insane. GG's on, like, the dedication to it. Like, I don't know how people are willing to sit there and breed axolotls for so long. I myself don't have the patience for it. Although I think at some point in time I probably will try to do it on a world. I don't know what it will be, though. I just can't... I don't know if I could get myself to do it on a world that's gonna end. Because I know that it's not gonna last forever. And an item as rare as that, I just... Part of me hurts a lot knowing that it's gonna, it would go away. Man, there's a lot of copper down here that I didn't know about. The breeding isn't too bad. It's collecting all the fish. Oh. Yeah, I could see why that might be bad. Ambush. I heard another one. Okay. I'm pretty sure I hear another one. Yep. Where are you? Where are you? Up, maybe? Aha. Yeah, I tried to dodge it. I tried. That's technically great, but still 500 plus. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. That is a lot of time to sink in, but mad respect to you for doing it. Like, I don't think I could, but I'm impressed that you were willing. And that you actually stuck with it too. A lot of those projects are, it's easy to start them, but to actually see it all the way through, I'm so sorry. Cannot sleep, cannot dream tonight. I saw a video, I don't know, probably on Facebook. I don't know, I'm pretty old. So I use Facebook. I know, Unk or something like that. Anyway, I think it was on Facebook anyway. Of this teacher, whenever kids would fall asleep in his class, he would get up like really, really close to them and start like singing emo music into into their face, which is like a little like scary, like don't get close to me, but also like hilarious just to watch because they're always so confused. But it was one of those things. I feel bad for college students just because like the hours are crazy, and if you're working a job on top of that, it's like even more crazy. So I couldn't imagine that as like something that I would particularly want to wake people up with. Oh, hello. That's a slight issue. Did I do that? I must have. I think somebody else did that. I definitely didn't. This is not a me thing. I would have turned it off. Now this is coordinated. What the heck? Okay. It's like not a big deal, like at all. I was really confused. Okay, we have enough steak at least. Greg. I say that knowing full well all the memes that Nathan has gotten lately for the memes channel almost definitely come from Facebook. They're Facebook quality memes. So like there's almost, I wouldn't say like 100% chance, but I'd be willing to say like there's a 99% chance Nathan is also a Facebook user. Although I'm not on there very much anymore. But occasionally I do hop on there just to see what my supposed friends are up to and how far behind in life am I really. One of my friends is having a baby. I saw that yesterday and I was like, oh. Okay. You just had to go and rub it in her face. Not only did you get married, but now you're having a baby too. Dang. And you know, good for them. Good for them. I'm not jealous. Nuh-uh. Not jealous of them having a baby, I should say, but they're definitely ahead, which is great for them. Not me, like, totally, like, downplaying this just a little bit, but I'm just saying, like, that sounds like the dream to me. I know some people are, like, super weirded out by it, but I think that's a great thing to shoot for. Didn't get any more space in my inventory. What? Huh? Oh no. Oh, I guess this is where my offhand. So yeah, if I do that, there we go. How do you find emo videos on Facebook? I don't know, to be honest. The algorithms just have me down. But I watch a lot of that kind of stuff, I guess. I was a weird teenager now I think about it. Which I guess, like, who wasn't a weird teenager? Like, I think weird is probably, like, the #1 personality trait of teenagers. No offense, teenagers. Just like, you think you're weird, you are weird. Trust me. That all said, I don't know, I just felt very strange. Now I'm like thinking about it all. It was very different. I knew not exactly what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, but I had like a pretty good idea of the directions I wanted to go with life in a lot of regards. The logistics of it, I didn't know. But I was like, I always knew, like, yep, the #1 goal, get married, have kids. That's the #1 goal. Why? Just sounds like a really satisfying life to me. A lot of people, especially at my age, were really weirded out by that. But I don't know. I just... Easy choice, I guess. For me. And then, you know, of course, I had that edgy era that we don't talk about. I wasn't like... I didn't have the look about it, but I definitely had the listening habits of it. I would... I mean... The music was pretty atrocious at times. And then, like, My Chemical Romance was on there a lot. And I still do listen to MCR, but I don't listen to it, like, a ton. Not anymore. It definitely doesn't help that, like, when I listen to music with my brother, he doesn't really care for MCR very much anymore. Like, he used to tolerate it, but I think now he's, like, just sick of it. So I used to skip it for him, and now I don't really listen to it much anymore. I don't have Facebook. They're from other Discord servers and from people on WhatsApp. They may have originated on Facebook, but I don't know. That's fair. I will say, I know some of them do just because of the background. You only get that background option on Facebook. But I thought for sure, I was like, man, Nathan's a Facebook user. I should have expected it, because he is old. But, it threw me off the first time I saw it, because I was like, I know exactly where you got that from. Also, that baby, or that kid, standing in front of the Santa Claus casket. That's from a Facebook page. So I thought maybe you took a look-see over at Celine, truck stop. It's one of the best pages on that entire Forsaken site. On Facebook, that's so Gen Z of you. I know, I'm kind of impressed. Not blaming you. In my heart, I'm still very much stuck in my emo phase. It was a nice time to be alive. Ironically, because, you know, everybody's like, oh, all is futile, all is pointless. Rah, I'm edgy, and sometimes I cry in the shower and I skip a meal because I'm sad. Like, I'm not making fun of people who are actually feel that way, but I am making fun of a lot of emo people who aren't actually all that emo. They just, as somebody who would have declared himself probably pretty emo, I definitely did not fit the bill internally entirely. Although that being said, comparatively speaking, I didn't fit the bill at the time, or yeah, now I wouldn't fit the bill, but at the time I probably felt like I did. I don't know. I don't do social media other than Discord. That's fair. And honestly, that's really good. I've pretty much quit using all the other places. Primarily because I'll just pull up my social medias right now. Instagram. Mute tab. There we go. Okay, what account? We're on the wrong account. Okay, can I swap? Log in. That is not the right password, apparently. Okay. Log in. Alright. Let's check the DMs. Messages. Okay. Somebody sent me a meme. This guy. Oh my gosh. 2 weeks ago. I have been dealing with this guy. For how long? Since September 21st, 2025. This guy has been trying to get a hold of me and fix an issue with King SMP. Now, mind you, King SMP stopped in August. Okay? Now, this guy has been trying to contact me since then, and I kept telling him, like, I don't run that King SMP. You're talking about the wrong King SMP. He keeps messaging me, asking me to help him with it. And I'm like, I can't help you. Those guys aren't related to me at all. And he keeps asking me. And I just looked 2 weeks ago. That's the last time I checked. Just to give you guys an idea of it. He asked me to give this guy the Instagram ID of the other King SMP so that he can get help from them. I don't know what King SMP is playing on. I don't know. I tried to help him. I really did. I just... Okay, let's go to Twitter. All right. All right. Requests, DM requests here. You ready? Show. From Chloe. Can I message you? From Tessie. Can I message you? From Lisa. Clara is a bit nervous. Her DMs won't go through. She said it's something friendly. She just wants you to know. Her account is @ and then the @ name. From Linda. Hi, sorry to bother you. This is Linda from Inside Group. We're a recruiting online advertising specialist. Blah, 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 blah. Another person telling me that their friend wants to DM me. Julia. Hey, my friend Julia said to message you. This guy asking me if he could edit my videos. Are you actively on here or just lurking? From Lucy, who I can't even read their description, their about me, because it's that bad. From Emma, from the University of Central Florida, saying, hey. Julia again. Can I ask you something? It's really important. No, I'm not joking, and no, it's not bad. From Oliver, a Bitcoin scam. Just gonna outright say that one's a Bitcoin scam. From Valeria. This might sound weird. Have we met before? All of these are scams. That's all I get. Another one from, again, same Valeria. Again, have we met before? Can I ask you something? Courtney, you seem like trouble, but fun trouble. Same video editor who is still trying to, actually, this time he's not even advertising that he wants to edit for me. Now he's advertising some Bitcoin scam. This one's advertising their OnlyFans. That's lovely. Thank you for that. And then Evely, another Bitcoin scam. Thank you. That's all I get. That's all I get on Twitter. And then Facebook, I feel awkward on there because I'm in that middle age group where I'm too young to I'm too young to really notice what in the world? Okay, I need to get off of here. Wait, what? Huh? What? Oh. Interesting. Okay. That's also where I get my news. Okay, that's not the greatest news source. Just wow, that was an interesting thing to see. Okay. But yeah, that was my Twitter DM for you guys. That's why I don't go on there very often. It's not even fun. It's mostly brain rot anyway. Fair enough. If I could pull it off, I very much would be in my emo phase on the inside and outside. On the inside, like, it gets worse and worse and worse, and I definitely match it more and more and more. On the outside, though, I can't pull it off. The glasses make me look too, what's the word? I don't know what the word is. Somebody could probably find a better word for it. But it's very anti-emo, the glasses are, or mine are anyway. So it wouldn't work. But I really do like wearing black. Let me tell you, black is like the best color ever. Okay, I think let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How do I get up there? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Okay. How does that look in terms of size? Yeah, it's good. Okay. Now we just need to figure out how we can fit 7 in here. Okay, what I'm thinking is we'll go up a layer. Oh, hello. Okay, good for you. It's not fun over there. But also not having social media, kind of serial killer vibes. Oh no, Reg, she's found out my secret. What should I do? Usually that's when the serial killer actually kills the person that's figured it out. But I can't condone that. We like Nikita too much for you to kill her. So you'll have to find a new plan there. This is gonna bother some people that one of the corners is off, but like, what am I gonna do about it? Nothing. What does it look like? Oh, it looks like crap. Okay. But it's there and it's not supposed to draw attention to itself. That's all that matters. Okay, is that build done? It's not like a grand build by any means, but I think it's not really supposed to be a grand build. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. It's up to you. Do I get killed or do I join? You know, joining is an option now that I think about it. That is a good point. My emails are pretty bad too. I just realized I checked my emails and I got another scam in there. So, love that. Okay, somebody DM'd me on Discord now. What are you? I'm having I will fix that after. Okay. What was I doing? I needed, what do I want? Do I want to do the building? Or do we want to dig? Because we're gonna need, well, we might have enough. Hang on. Let's just take a look. We got like a lot of deep slate now. We'll do that. Okay. I live in black band shirts. That's so fair. I don't have very many band shirts. But I do just wear plain black. Like right now, even I'm literally underneath this is just... I mean, on camera, that looks flat black. I promise it's not as black as it appears on camera, but I guess up against my very pale skin, which is actually pretty red right now, according to the camera, which it usually isn't. I'm that shirt looks very dark. And then, like Nathan, I also wear gray, and I don't actually wear very much white. I have a white shirt that I made for King SMP, and I have that one. Although I almost wish I bought the black one because I think it looks cooler. Admiral has that one, and it looks really sick. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, black is so good. I also wear like a lot of this stuff too, like flannels, cause it keeps me warm. I get very, very cold very, very quickly, especially in my hands and in my toes. But the only way to keep those warm is by warming up your core, basically, from my understanding, because I don't know. I've tried with socks. I've worn one pair of socks, 2 pairs of socks. I've worn wool socks. Like, I have tried. They just don't stay warm. So I just try to bundle up, like, around my torso to keep that warm, and it helps a little bit, but it's not perfect by any means. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't think we're gonna go as tall. So let's see how tall we go. Perhaps right here. Like, I really don't need a tall building. That's for certain. Okay. I got an idea. There we go. We need to come down here. Go. This one go back up. And then... Go right about here. We'll go up to here, I guess. Go back to here. And then we'll go up again right about here and go back. Okay, that works, I think, hopefully. I just like concerts and supporting small bands, and I always tell myself I'm not gonna buy any. Half the time it works, and the other half is my current closet. That is completely fair, and honestly, good on you for supporting small bands. The cool thing is you get to find a lot of people before they're famous, which is awesome. But also, like, it really does help them, you know, get off the ground and figure out their band identity, which is really, really cool. There has been a couple of times in my life where I was almost in a band. But they've always gotten stopped by some external force, which is probably for the best, because I don't have the time. But I think it would be so fun at the same time. I've also had people offer, I think I've had 3 people now offer to be almost my producer. Which is cool. I don't know why. But yeah, it's been 3 now. That's right. Definitely want to get the outline put in, and I'd almost like to even just fill in all the walls before we wrap up today. But I can't guarantee that that's what's gonna happen. Oh, hello. Let's just break all that. That way we can trace around the bottom. Okay. Oh, I guess we are coming down here. I was gonna say I'll just leave those down, but guess not. We do need to build back up though, so they basically are staying down. Yeah. Okay. Up. Netherrack is too valuable to let it despawn. Exactly. I'm glad somebody understands. It's just so valuable. Like if I let it despawn, it would really break the bank. How did I manage that? Okay. Okay. Right here. And back up. I think that's the right spot. I don't know, I could be 1 too low again. How am I doing that? It looks straight to me, but I guess I'm not seeing correctly, apparently. Alright. Time travel. Wow, it's been a minute since we've done that. Okay. It's been a long minute since that time. I'm trying to think the last time we did time travel. It's probably been about, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks, 2, 3 weeks. Now we are all not seeing correctly. This is true. This is very true. Apparently you guys have done enough time travel that it reset the static. I think I have 5 minutes. Maybe, no, it's gotta be longer than that. It may have been 20 minutes of static sound, and I just have it pause every time it stops. So the fact that it's played that much, actually insane. I need about 1 more stack, I think. The server closing in a bit. Let it go. But what about the resources? What would I do? I can't forgive myself if it, like, despawned. What if I ended up needing it? Like, oh, the horror. I can't even bear to think about it. YouTube wondering what's going on. Did it not post in the YouTube chat? Oh my gosh, why didn't... The bot is supposed to post in YouTube chat, like, exactly what happened. Huh. Hello, Coral, welcome on in. Let me see if YouTube chat is even connected anymore. It may have... It doesn't look like it DC'd. Why didn't it post? Huh? Oh, it did. Okay. Why doesn't it say that it... I'm confused. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Coral, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. I don't know. I'm not in YouTube fair enough. English only, please. I think not. Excusez-moi. Bonjour. That's crazy. Slash J. Okay. What am I doing here? That can't go there. That needs to go here. And then... right here is here. Okay. Ow. Alright. Did that create a building that looks interesting shape-wise? A little, I guess. I don't know. I stop yawning, please. Just for a little bit. If you want, I can speak in French for the rest of the stream, as long as it isn't that made-up Canadian English no one's heard about. It is real. Oh my gosh. Oh no, the people... They realize I don't actually speak French. French is a language of all time. It is certainly one of them. Like, stretch for a second. Give me 3 seconds. Other side. Duke. I still don't know what a double-double is. Like, oh wait, no, you said it was coffee, right? No, I remember now. Never mind. I remember. I take that back. How's the block? Where I want to pick block. I don't want to open my inventory. I'm too lazy. There we go. Ghost Knight, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Hello, hello. And on this side as well. Okay. This is like not the worst thing in the world. Okay. Hi, King. Hi. All caps. How's it going? Welcome. Were you able to get the world downloaded, by the way? I see that you have a DM for me. I can't check it right now. Also, just to update you guys on Season 3 world download, I am working on it. The world file is done, but there's a couple of other things that have to happen before I can release it, and that took a lot longer than I thought it would. I need to, like, get a bunch of things off my plate. I'm a mess. This month has not gone at all to plan, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. I still would understand more of it than tag, which is the W in my books. You 100% would. I don't know enough. I don't know any French, really. If I curse a French king, will you ban me? Probably. More than likely. Although, I don't know. Most of the words... I don't want to, like, make a bold claim that all the words will get caught by automod. But I was about to make that claim. I think she should lose VIP just for asking. Don't ban me. I've removed way too many VIPs over my time period. I think I've removed 3 VIPs. All from bans, and I've removed like several others from inactivity. Come on. Can I stop yawning, please? Thank you for the lurk slime. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, I somehow broke the wrong block. Oh, okay. Ow. Oh. I can use more curse words. I happen to know a lot of curse words in other languages purely because my friends. You learn a lot of new terms and phrases from people who speak different languages. who are really upset. I've learned some new words. But and oh. Okay. Almost done on this side. We're almost up. And then we'll wrap up things there, because I'm not getting better. I'm actually getting worse, apparently. I don't think it would be wise of me to take a nap, but I'll definitely, like, eat something again, and hopefully that'll, like, hold off any hunger. And then, I don't know, I'll do something else tonight. I know one French curse word. I don't know, I'm curious. I am curious which one he knows as well. I may not have enough. Oh, I definitely don't. I just forgot about that back end there. The 3-letter abbreviation starts with F. Okay, yeah. I'm following. Okay, I'm out of deep slate right now. I'll be getting more. I may even do some of that off stream. And I need to work on this stuff down here, at least plan it so that I know how deep I need to go. Yeah. We did okay. I'm not, like, super happy with the progress, but I'm happier than there being no progress whatsoever. Especially considering the day I had. I think we did okay. So, we are gonna wrap up stream here. I hope you guys around. Apologize that we're ending a little earlier than normal, but that just means you guys can go to bed a little earlier, right? Progress is progress. Exactly. We have until the end of this week to work on it. And then on Monday, my sister is coming in. And then on that Tuesday, my brother is coming in. So I won't be live. I may be live on that Monday. But I definitely wouldn't be live by Tuesday. I was already planning on taking off the whole week. So it works out pretty okay, I think. Because I'll be back on the 29th if all goes to plan. If I don't get sick, I haven't gotten really sick this year, so I shouldn't talk. I shouldn't say anything because I'm gonna jinx it. But you know, we'll see what the holiday schedule looks like. We've got this whole week to hopefully finish the base. If we don't, we still have at least until the 31st, and then hopefully we'll have some clarity by that time on exactly when the end is. We'll see. I still got second half of NFL before sleep. Oof, fair enough. What game are you watching, Nathan? Right, we sleep. Yeah, you guys sleep. Definitely. Well, I need to look for somebody for us to raid. I haven't looked to see who's live. One of these days I want to do. One of these days. Do, 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 do. Are you still awake? Looks like you are just now awake. You are. Okay. Let's go say hi to Athema. She's currently doing a subathon, and even though you may not drop any money, dropping a lurk is always appreciated as well. I actually mod for Athema on occasion, and there's a really cool event that I'm helping Athema with in January. So it's always good to support people who are working in that Minecraft space, in my opinion, because they're giving us something to do. Dolphins and Steelers. Okay. Okay. Who's winning? Well, actually, you probably won't have time to answer that. I could see that going either way, though. The Dolphins have had a pretty decent couple of seasons. Thanks for stream. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Steelers 7-3. Wow. Okay. Didn't think they'd do it. Thanks for stream, Reg. See you next time. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you, Coral. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, you two lurkers. And I will hopefully catch you guys again another time. Hop in the raid, get some free champ points, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.